Hi everyone, welcome to part 6, Basic Kitchen Skills. Today is all about classification of soup, about soup. That's all basically what we're going to do with soup. We want to know how many soup exists in the market, classification of soup, groups of soup, how many groups in the soup. It's all about soup. If guys, if you remember the last video what I said about stock, okay? We said good stock make good soup. Meaning, if you got good soup, if you got good stock and your stock is good, definitely you make great soup. There's no doubt about it. Let's talk about soup. Okay? I know there is some soup. You should, when you make soup, you should be always care should be taken. What do you mean care should be taken? We take care to make sure to preserve all the flavor and ingredients there. Example, if I'm making mushroom and lettuce soup, I'm saying mushroom and lettuce, I know it's strange, but it's a good soup. Okay, if I'm making mushroom and lettuce soup, I make sure my stock is not that strong. Yeah, if I'm using this stock, should be, because I want to taste mushroom, I want to taste lettuce, and because I'm going to finish my soup with probably cream cheese, yeah, I want to taste. I mean, I have to have a half water and a half stock. I mean, that's how you need to take care of the soup. Okay. Let's move now to how many soup. Classification of soup. Classification of soup, there is 7. Okay, you need to remember 7. First of all, there is consommé. There is consommé, broth, puree, potage, velouté, cream, and miscellaneous. We'll come back to that. Okay, in the big hotels there is a guy with a chef, they call it a potage chef. What's that potage chef? I mean the guy does the soup, okay? That's his main job, 8 hours a day, make 4 or 5 soup, that's his job. Because the soup is a big job, it's not just come and, oh, I'm doing soup, oh, I know how to do soup, not that. Okay, let's say consommé. What's a consommé? Consommé is like, if you remember the word brunoise, we used the word brunoise when we done a cut of vegetable. Brunoise is very, very tiny cut of veg. Okay? Consommé should have garnish. You garnish your soup with the brunoise veg or vermicelle. That's how it's consommé. Vermicelle or brunoise. Broth. We all know it's broth. Is chicken. Probably is a chicken. Yeah. Or Scotch. Yeah. Scotch. Yeah. Okay. That's a broth because it's a thick soup. Potage. Potage is all we know. When you say potage, is a leek and potatoes. You can't really add leek and potatoes completely. That's potage, a leek and potatoes. If you someone give me an example, yeah, what's about potage? Yeah, it's a leek and potatoes, and they call it in French bon fin. If you see the menu, you go to a restaurant and you say, oh, soup of the day is a bon fin. What's a bon fin? In the French word, leek and potatoes, basically. Let's move to velouté. You remember the word velouté when we done sauces. Velouté is the roux. Is you make butter or oil or fat, anything, your flour, and you add your liquid, milk, stock, cream, anything you like, in soup. Yeah, we add our stock to make soup. That's how it's a velouté. In a velouté, how we do is a blanc roux. We call it blanc. If you remember this word. Yeah? Yeah? And we add it. That's how it is. Let's move another classification is a cream. Cream, any soup is like a velouté. You make velouté and you add your cream or your milk. That's another classification. Puree. Puree, you didn't see it properly. Puree soup, you don't see it in this country. Puree soup is like, they call it Egyptian. Egyptian puree, if you go in Egypt, you find Egyptian puree. Lentil soup, they call it lentil and ham. A lot of people, they like lentil and ham, lentil and peas, pea and ham. That's kind of puree. Okay. Now, guys, we know consommé, we know broth, we know potage, we know velouté, we know cream, we know cream. What's the miscellaneous? What's that? Well, what's the miscellaneous? What's this word? Okay? This name has been given to all the soup. Is not in this classification. Okay, let's see an example. An example, curry soup. Because there's like when you use a curry, okay? Yeah, curry. Thus, doesn't belong to any of these, belong in here. another one, lobster soup. What do you call it? Lobster soup. They call it bisque. Okay? Yeah. Bisque, because you can't say lobster soup. You say bisque because there is a veg involved, a vegetable flamambé. What's a flamambé? You saute your veg with the brandy. Okay, you finish it with the cream, and sometimes some of that shells left over, and you garnish your soup, and the cream always added in the end. And the main things you need to, what's the word? You need to thicken your soup with the rice, with grounded rice. That's how they thicken the soup. Okay, basically, the bisque, always the bisque is grounded rice. I moved back to something coming in my mind. Curry. When you say curry, yeah, when you do any soup curry, and you say curry, when you heard, oh, you got a puree of soup, must be involved, and you must be thickened with two things: corn flour or arrowroot. What's the arrowroot? Arrowroot, yeah? That's the basic chef using this arrow. It's like kind of flour. You thicken your sauce or your soup. But puree should be, yeah, puree soup should be with this old corn flour, yeah? That's how it's corn flour. That's to give you the ideas. Now, let's move. We said, miscellaneous, we got curry soup, we got bisque. We got some things in the market, but a lot of people get mistaken. They call it chowder, okay? Let's chowder. They call it a chowder. Okay. That's a chowder. Is an American soup, okay? American soup, which here they involve clams, okay? You put the clams, and you have to be careful because when the American doing this soup, you put the clams, they saute the onion in the pork fat. Should have pork fat, and believe it or not, how they thicken the soup because the water is involved. How? With crushed biscuit. I'm saying crushed biscuit, okay? Biscuit is involved in the soup. It's American, okay? You can't find any. I mean, you can expect anything in American. That's how chowder. Chowder soup. Yeah, because people say, oh, I make chowder soup. How you done that? Oh, I put some clam and some cream. No, sorry, it's not chowder. Okay? You need crushed soup, crushed biscuit, and you need fry your onion and the fat, pork fat. That's how it's chowder. Okay? There is something else. You might find a kidney biscuit. Kidney soup. Oh, thus is not classified with this. It's classified here. I hope you understand, because all what you need to know for now, there is 7 classification of soup. From that 7, we got 2 groups. We got thin soup and we got thick soup. That's all what. If someone asks you, especially people doing MVP, if you got it in your MVP folder, ask you a question, how many groups of soup? There is 2, thin and thick. How you classify your soup? If you're doing leek and potatoes, automatically it's potash. If you're doing minestrone soup, okay? Automatically goes here. Yeah. Any soup, they got classification. You got consomme, you got broth, you got cottage, you got fruity, you got cream, you got puree, you got minced. Okay. Now we understand all this stuff, okay? Let's question someone asked me, oh, did you? Okay, we understand this. But there is in the market, like Tesco, Sainsbury's, I don't know, White Rose, you got a different soup. I'll tell you what they got. That's the market. The market, they got soups, they call it convenience soups, okay? It's a good word, convenience soup. What's the convenience soup? There is 3 things of convenience soup. There is dried soup, which you add the water, like, I don't know, like Thai or something, or like noodle when you add it, like noodle soup. You add just water, that's dried, hot water, that's dried. There is tin soup in the tin. You buy it in the tin, in the market, am I right? There's another word, they call it tinned condensed. Okay, that's what you find in the market. Okay. There's another thing, we'll see it in the summer. Okay, we understand that. There is another one, they call it chilled soup. It's like chilled soup is very, very nice in summer. You got a cucumber, cucumber and deep. Wow, it's very nice soup. You finish it with yogurt, mamma mia, that is a good soup. You've got a lot of people, they don't like beetroot when it's hot. Try it as a beetroot, as a chilled soup, like beetroot Yeah, try to get beetroot, guys. I'm telling you, it's nice. That's beetroot, chilled beetroot. Sorry, we call it chilled. Yeah. You got another one. Is a melon soup. Wow, that's a melon soup. I'm telling you. You finish it with a little bit of probably raspberry curry. That's beautiful soup in the summer. I'm talking summer. There's another soup. What do you call it? They call it Spanish. I'm trying to get Spanish soup. It is very cold soup. Gazpacho. That's the word. Gazpacho is kind of my head. I think gazpacho. Like I think yeah, gazpacho. Yeah, that's a soup. Gazpacho. Yeah, that's Spanish. What's a gazpacho? It's tomato soup, cold tomato soup. Okay? There's a lot kind. You can like about 7 to 8 cold soup. All I can say. There's about 8. There is well, I'm trying to think about soup. Anyway, all what we said, if you remember, there's a cold soup. We call not cold soup, we call that chilled soup. There is a market soup, and there is a kitchen, which is a 7 classification of soup. We said consomme, puree, broth, velouté, cream, and mince. That's what you need to know about soup. I hope I covered all things about soup. Well, like I said, always I'm trying to keep it as basic as I can. Maybe in the future we're doing some advanced. If everyone happy with that, let me finish all these videos, about 25 videos. That's all what is in my head, about 25 videos to cover all things in the kitchen. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, like I'm enjoying to do it. And thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you.